2015 Toyota Prius, and this is what the customer complaint is: raising and lowering the fan speed, but out of the vent nothing's coming out. Chances are it's gonna need a blower motor, so we're gonna check power, ground, and there's a third wire that's a signal wire that this AC amplifier controls the speed of the fan. So it's gonna be very easy to diag video. So let's look at the wiring diagram and go from there. Before we do that, let's just scan it, see if we have any codes under AC amplifier. So let me set that up and we'll go from there. Okay, scan the vehicle for codes. Found no code under air conditioner system. So let's go inside the air conditioner module and see if we can activate the blower motor. So we go under active test and there you go, blower motor. Hit OK. Okay, so this is a blower motor speed level right there, and as I increase the speed, we should see if the blower motor comes on or not. So let's do 18. So we've seen 18 here and 18 here, right? And we see 18, close to 18, whatever that bar means, but still we don't hear any or feel any air coming out of the vents. So let me go full blast with this. Okay, 32, 31 is the highest. 31 again is full, but no air is being coming out of the vents. So okay, turn it off. Zero here, and nothing here. So let's go by the wiring schematic, see how the motor is wired up, and go from there. Okay, so here's a wiring schematic for the Prius. This is our blower motor right there. So we have constant feed coming from this 40 amp fuse. Let's see, sorry, 50 amp fuse. So it's coming from there, should have constant power here, and then we have constant ground right there. So if we put our test light right there, light should remain on regardless of key on or off, whatnot, because it's direct power and ground. So if we have, I'm going to put 2 amp test light here, test bulb. If it stays lit, then we know our power and ground is good. Then we just need to check this signal wire. This signal wire goes to the AC amplifier. So let's follow this white wire over here. It's gonna go to the next page, which was, let's see, previous page I should say. And this is the white wire right there, and that goes to the blower motor right there, AC amplifier right there. So once again, this that's a signal wire. So let's see what do we get on this wire. So let's test our power and ground first, and then we may have to hook up our lab scope, see if we can pick up something. I'll try to use digital voltmeter as well, see what we find in the voltmeter. If someone doesn't have a scope, what how can they do it without getting too techy about it? So let's go under OE diagram. Okay, so this is the description of it. So it should be a duty cycle right there. So as we increase the blower motor's speed, these digital pulse width modulator, they will vary. So we'll look at that on the scope, and like I said, I'll try to put the digital voltmeter and see what we see on that. And let's see if I can pull up the OE diagram. Okay, so constant ground, and we're going constant power here, and then again it goes to our AC amplifier. That's our AC amplifier. So let me grab my test light and let me set the test up. Okay, so our blower motor is right here. So as you can see, the electrical connector right there. Black is our power, white and black should be our ground, and this middle wire is the one signal wire. This is a command wire that comes from AC amplifier to the blower motor. So let's check our power and ground and see what happens. Let me disconnect that and I'll put my 2 amp test bulb. Okay, so testing power and ground. As you can see, my 2 amp test bulb is lit. So with the key off, remember it's constant power and constant ground, so it doesn't matter if the key is on or off. So the only thing left is we're gonna check this signal wire right there. So what does that tell us? Good power, good ground. So chances are the motor is gonna be bad. So let's check our signal wire and go from there. Let me pull up my lab scope and bring you guys along. Okay, so my scope lead is right there on the signal wire, and got the good ground over here. And let's fire up the scope, see what happens. Look, right now key is off and we're sitting at almost 4.5 volts with the key off. Let's measure that. Yeah, around about 5 volts. So let's turn the key on and turn the blower motor on, see what happens. Okay, key's on. Let's turn the blower motor to full speed. And there you go, we got good signal. Let me lower the speed and you'll see these things will start getting fatter and fatter. The duty cycle is going to start changing. Look at that. So I'm at very low speed right now. I'm going to increase the blower speed. As you can see, they're getting skinnier and skinnier. That's full speed. And let's turn it off and just turn it off. Turn it back on. There. So let's do some measurements here. Okay, so it stays at 4.92 and starts from 273 millivolt. Let's keep it running. Okay. And let me grab a voltmeter and see if our voltmeter, see what we see in our voltmeter. Obviously we're not going to see the signals, but let's see if someone's using a voltmeter, what are they expected to see. So let me grab that. Okay, so I got my digital meter here and the scope. So let's see if we can look at the relationship. So right now, blower motor or the fan speed is very low. So as I'm going to increase the speed, these duty cycle is going to get thinner and the voltage is going to get dropped. So let's watch that. So I'm increasing the speed. As you can see, voltage is going down. We're halfway there. And now we're full. And let's go to all the way low. And that's very low speed. So let me turn it off and you'll see this will jump up to 4 volts. There you go, almost 5 volts. And we got flat line. Let's turn it back on. And right there. So you can use a voltmeter, and by increasing, decreasing speed, it'll give you somewhat of an idea. Okay, you know, AC amplifier is controlling the motor speed. Another thing, I wanted to put my test light there, but a test light would not work actually because it brings the voltage down all the way. So it has to be a very low amp test light, because if you're gonna use a higher amp test light, chances are you're gonna blow something up in the AC amplifier module. So let's use a very 50 milliamp test light that I'm using, and trying to see if it'll do anything. And you can see it just brings the voltage down regardless of the speed of the motor. it's not doing anything. Light doesn't light up, so I don't think test light would be ideal for this circuit to test. So you either gonna need a voltmeter or this scope. So it's confirmed that blower motor is bad. I'm gonna drop the blower motor down and bring you guys along, see what's wrong with the motor. Okay, so the blower motor is out. Doesn't look like it's seized up or anything. It spins freely. So maybe something's going on with this this controller over here that blower motor comes with. So I'll take this apart, see if I find anything wrong with it or not. But definitely it's gonna need a blower motor. We're getting everything we need. It's just this brain box over here maybe not operating the way it's supposed to be. So let me take this apart and see what I find. Okay, so I took this cover apart. There's the capacitors and coil and all that stuff. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I do see these brushes. There's a lot of carbon over here, so maybe bad brushes in the thing. I tried supplying my power and ground to this terminals over here. Motor does not turn, so yeah. Okay, we'll recommend a new motor to them and see what happens. I'll put a check for description. I'll put a fix there. See if they're gonna have a pseudo blower motor or not. If not, then I'll definitely put in the description what was the fix. So this is where our diagnosis leads us to: bad motor. All right.